Makeup artists waste a lot of money doing these things, but don't worry, I'm going to tell you the tips and tricks that I wish I had known when I was a baby makeup artist, as well as one kind of bonus tip that I thought of that I feel like a lot of people don't really know. So let's get into it. For reference, I have been doing hair and makeup for over 10 years now, and I feel like I have a lot of things to say about makeup in general, which is kind of why I started my channel. I love makeup. I love the idea of it. I love doing makeup. I think it's just a fun way to express yourself. So let's get into it. Ignore the fact that my hair is so frizzy right now. We're just gonna enjoy, or maybe not. All right, the very first thing that I would say is stop shopping at Sephora and Ulta. I know it's really convenient. I get it. I really do. But there are so many places that if you're a makeup artist and you're licensed, either have your aesthetics license or your cosmetology license, you can get a pro discount. And you can find a lot of brands like Danessa Myricks, Makeup by Mario, Makeup Forever. There are so many. If you don't know about them, I'll pop them on the screen right up here. There is absolutely no reason except for convenience to shop at Sephora and Ulta because you can get all of these brands a lot cheaper somewhere else. And honestly, it just gets to be a waste of money to be purchasing from Sephora in that situation, because Sephora doesn't have the markdown that you're going to get with a professional discount. So get your professional discount. Shop at Nigel's, shop at the Beauty Import, or that's the same one. I don't know what I'm saying. Ignore me. But shop at these retailers. Camera Ready Cosmetics is another one. And again, they're going to be in here in edit. So use your 40% off discounts, use your makeup artist discounts, your professional discounts to get these products. That's going to save you a lot of money, especially when you're first starting. Next thing I would say is do a kit split. Essentially what this is you're going to talk to a friend or a coworker or someone that you know about splitting a makeup kit with you. You'll buy some foundation, split them between two people. You'll buy some concealer, split them between two people. Concealer is probably not a great example, but you're going to split your products between two people. And this cuts your costs down significantly when it comes to makeup. I feel like people don't really think about this when it comes to makeup, and it has become a little bit more popular nowadays to say like, do a kit split. But trust me when I say foundation is so expensive. You're going to be spending, especially if you're using, you're going to be spending $30, $40 on one single foundation. If it's high end, first of all, your kit split is going to cut down on that significantly. And it's going to make it just a little bit cheaper to get started. I know for me, I spent so much money on foundation. And then I realized that I didn't really, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's move on. All right, this is what I was talking about. Number 3 tip is don't buy every shade of foundation. This is what I was saying. I was getting ahead of myself because I bought so many foundations and I wanted so badly to have the different shades for every different skin tone. The reality is you don't need every shade. You don't need every shade. I would say 5 starting out is plenty, and just get really good at mixing. If you don't know how to tell an undertone, you're going to need to practice with that. And first of all, mixing your own custom foundation is going to help with that. There's no reason that it wouldn't help with that, but it's also going to cut down on money, cut down on wasted space inside your kit. It's going to be so overwhelmingly helpful. I know for me, I still don't carry very many shades of foundation in my kit. I carry the darkest one, the lightest one, and a few in the middle. I try to do more neutral colors. That way, if I want them to be a little bit warmer, I'll add a little yellow. If I want them to be a little cooler, I may add a little red or green, depending on how they lean. It just kind of depends. And I have found, first of all, that I've gotten really good at shade matching. And it's really fast for me to do some shade matching. And I've found that I can create a way better match anyways, because I don't know about you, but your brown skin people are probably very familiar with this. I have a very hard time finding my exact shade match. And I think that a lot of people really do. But if I go too dark, all of a sudden it's not something that's neutral anymore. And if I go too light, it's way too ashy for my face. So I end up picking up something in the middle that I know doesn't quite match me, but I can kind of make work. This, you can get a perfect match every time if you learn to mix them properly. So learn to mix your foundations. Don't buy every single one. All right, number 4, don't buy every single makeup product that comes out. I know it's really tempting. I had a problem for a while. I've gotten a lot better. I don't buy every release anymore, not even close. But it used to be that if a new product was coming out, I was trying it. And it got to the point where I started realizing, first of all, I really did have products that worked exactly the same, if not better. Number 2, the reason I have certain products that I trust over all other products is because they're tried and true. I always ended up going back to the same products over and over again. I would buy a new type of blush and then I would go back to the one that I had been using all along. I would buy a lipstick and then I would go back to the one I'm using all the time. And I think that it's okay if something really intrigues you. I think that it's okay for you to branch out from that. I'm always still going to spend money on makeup. It's just who I am. It's something I've talked about on this channel before. I like makeup. I like spending money on makeup. I am a little bit of a collector and I collect some makeup, but the difference is now for me, I'm a little bit more intentional about when I actually spend the money on that makeup, when I actually want to try out that new release. I don't just try every new release. I know I can't even think of the last viral. Oh, actually, I lied. Danessa Myricks just came out with a Lightworks palette. I did buy that because I love Danessa Myricks palettes and I think that they're so much fun and so beautiful. So, I mean, sue me, I did buy that one, but I don't come out with everything. I don't buy everything that comes out and I haven't for a while. And I feel like it's really helped me save money. And also you're just not going to reach for those products that you don't trust and you haven't tried a lot. You're just not. I'm sorry. It's just the reality of it. I know it sounds fun to go ahead and purchase all of these products. Please try to refrain or be very intentional about the ones that you do buy. All right, next up, number 5. I feel like this one is really hard for me because I do love makeup so much and I want a little bit of everything and I want all the things and I want to put all the things in my cart. I mean, I just talked about how much I loved makeup and how intentional I've had to become about spending money on makeup. So obviously you got that from that. So the number 6 thing is use multi-use products. Try to find a lipstick that can be used as a blush or a blush that can be used as a lipstick. Try to find bronzers that you can use on the eyes, highlighters, same thing. This is going to be so helpful. The Groundworks palette from Danessa Myricks, I have it, not there, but I have it. And that one is one that people praised for this because you could use it in the brows, you could use it on the cheeks, you could use it all over the face. And that was really, really great. I think you started using it on their lips, all of that. Same thing with, oh my gosh, excuse me. Same thing with the Made by Mitchell color cases. I actually have it. I love it. It's great. Works really, really well. I love it for lip liner, eyeshadow bases, all of that. It's fantastic. But those are very, very multi-use products that I can do a plethora of different things with. And it's perfect. It's everything I need in an eyeshadow palette. And then I'm, first of all, not buying as many products, but also condensing my kit once again, which is so helpful. All right, if you stuck around to the end, I have one last 6th tip for you, and that is look and see if you have a cosmetic company store near you. Now, this store is essentially, if the product isn't moving as fast as it should, they don't want to keep it on the shelf for it to wait to expire, so they send it to these stores. This store sells stuff like Too Faced, Clinique, it sells Estee Lauder, so if you love the Estee Lauder Double Wear, you can get it there. They sell Bobbi Brown, they sell Too Faced, they sell The Ordinary, and lots of other brands. I can't think of them all off the top of my head. This is a great place because almost all of their products, with the exception I think of like Tom Ford and a couple of others, are always 40% off from retail price. That's fantastic. That's a fantastic deal. Now, they're not everywhere, but there are a lot of places that have this particular company, and if you haven't heard of it, look it up. I was super surprised because I saw something about one of the stores and I did a quick Google search and was like, oh my gosh, I have one that's 35 minutes away. Granted, 35 minutes away isn't the closest, but it was way closer than I anticipated. And I was so excited because I was able to get a few products that I wanted to put in my kit that made it so much easier. And this was also a cheaper alternative than going to Ulta or Sephora. And I was able to pick it up that day. It was fantastic. The one caveat I would say about the cosmetic company store is that they don't always know what's going to be in stock because it kind of depends on what's selling. Now, keep in mind, these are not expired products. I know everybody always wants to say, well, it's because they're expired products and that's why they're selling them. No, they're not expired products. I promise you, they would get in trouble if they did that. I talked to the store. They're not expired products. That's just how they rotate their product and make sure that they're selling it. So thanks so much for watching. I am going to go ahead and end the video here. Hit that like, subscribe button. Thanks for watching. Bye.